Hey YouTube, I'm gonna show you how to make some chicken wings. So come along, we're gonna go to the grocery store, cause the freshest is the bestest. Chickens. Fresh chicken wings, they're better than frozen chicken wings. You'll see why. Come on. Blue cheese! Blue cheese. Alright, like any good episode, we're gonna start off with the beer. There you go, Reese. A cold one for the camera guy. Today we're sipping on some Miller High Life. You're gonna wanna start boiling some water, and then you're gonna start cutting your chicken wings. So you're not wasting any time waiting for that water to boil. First step to making oven-baked chicken wings is you gotta chop off the chiplin tips. The tips. Chop off the tips. Just the tip. So you're dealing with salmonella. Be careful to wash your hands. We spent at the grocery around $15, and that's pretty good for a bunch of chicken wings. Here's a whole chicken wing. Pretty freaky when you're actually doing it yourself. So this is how you cut up a chicken wing. Here's the drumstick, here's the flat, and then you can chop these off and you make some broth out of it if you'd like. I've never done that. Some people say you can do it. So you break the bone here, take your knife, slice it in there, and you want to feel around where you broke that little bone. When we were making a lot of chicken wings, I was getting good at it. Right about there, you can just feel it with your finger. And then boom, there you got a drum. You break the little bone up in the top here, find a little spot. I just get lazy with it. I just end up cutting bone because you just cut so many of them. We're gonna cut up all these chicken wings, and we'll get back with you pretty soon. Break that little chicken bone. This is the most gruesome part of the chicken wing process. They taste much better when they're fresh. Now all the chicken wings are done, the chicken tips we're gonna use to make a quick little broth here. Because we're gonna try to do the broth this time. Our water over here is heating up. You're gonna wanna salt it, basically parboiling these little chicken wings before you put them in the oven. All right, we're gonna make the chicken broth. So I'm gonna grab a little pot. Boop boop doo. Start up the stove. Hello YouTube. This is your president. It's time to finish your beer! Yeah! Alright, so this is boiling. Come on down just to make sure we're not lying to you. It's boiling over here. I don't know how long to cook them for to make broth or anything, but we're just gonna see what happens if we just put a bunch of chicken wings that we normally just throw away. And that's what the chicken would have wanted.
I mean, other than not being killed, this is a close second.
Yeah. Our big pot of water is boiling now. We're gonna toss in these chicken wings. Be sure to leave some room. The mass from the chicken wings is going to fill the water up, and it may spill onto your stove, and you don't want to do that. Alright, so we're tossing this in. Be very, very careful when you toss it in because it's boiling water. Don't be an idiot. Barely drop them in. You can use a spatula or like some sort of spoon if you're uncomfortable dropping chicken wings in. But I'm a professional. As long as you're real gentle about it, you just kind of just drop them in there. You're not afraid of the boiling water. The boiling water won't get you too bad. We are drastically reducing the temperature of this water because the chicken wings are somewhat cold. The water's got to come back up to a boil. We put the timer on the oven. Get the oven going, get it preheating while it's boiling. So when the oven's done, you just dry them off and put them in. We're just gonna put a little bit more salt in there. It sucks out some of the moisture and breaks down the fat molecules and the carbon science. All right, party people, time to get a beer for me and my cameraman. Yeah, that's the song. Yeah, get a beer. Yeah, crack it open. Yeah, take a drink of it. Yeah.
I saw this video where like this lady lived to be, she was like 100 and something, and they were interviewing her to like find out how she got so old. She's like, I have a Miller High Life every day. Imagine how long we're gonna live if we have like 3 every day.
A big pot of chicken wings is coming back to a boil, so I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna bring the temperature up to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So that'll set a timer for my oven for about 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And that's just about the amount of time that those need to kind of boil in the big old pot there. So you'll start to notice in your house, you got a boiled chicken smell. Open the window. Things can get a little smelly. Not overly smelly, not uncomfortably smelly, but just keep a little ventilation and you'll be fine. You gotta breathe, kids. You gotta breathe, kids. See, that's what happens when you overboil it. And this is where you're gonna be dropping your boiled chicken. Get one of these bacon sheets. I like this, but you don't necessarily need it. It just makes my process a little bit better. I'll wrap it in a little bit of tin foil. Tin foil makes it easier to clean, and nobody likes cleaning, so use the tin foil. On the flip side of that, if you use tin foil, the chicken wings will stick onto it, and they'll make it harder to flip. That's why I like the rack. It makes flipping the chicken wings all the easier. Less mess. So the oven went off. I'm gonna turn off the chicken wings, the big pot. Get some protection. Get some protection, kids, because this puppy's hot. Got a whole bunch of boiling hot, stinky chicken water here. Look out. So you just give a toss of that, and I kind of put them in the second here. You pour out all this boiling water. The better you dry off your chicken wings, the more crispy and crunchy they'll be. Make an extra effort to just dry them off a little bit better. These chicken wings are hot. This is what they've kind of boiled out to. Gross gray. But we're gonna put them in the oven and they're gonna get that nice goldenly brown. So I'm gonna just kind of dab them off here. We're gonna do the dab.
Dab on them haters.
Dabbing on the haters. You just kind of blanket like you're gonna. Oh! No! That'll be fine. I'll rinse it off for the people. Floor grease won't kill you. Oh, so these is kind of dry off just before they hit the rack. We're just gonna give them an extra little dab just to make sure they're nice and dry, because moisture is gonna be your enemy on this recipe. So now they're nice and neatly laid on the rack. We're gonna just give them a little brush with this little barbecue brusher. A little brush of canola oil. I would recommend canola oil or peanut oil just because they can withstand a higher temperature in the oven. Olive oil has a tendency to get smoky. Canola oil is gonna be probably was what I use. Doesn't matter what kind of canola oil you get. I get a little bowl or whatever. You don't need too much canola oil. If you're deep frying your chicken wings, you're gonna need the whole bottle. A little bit. It might make the chicken wings healthier. So you just kind of brush them down, give them a little glaze action. And this oil is gonna help them get a little bit more crispy than it normally would be. Hang on to the oil because after about 20 minutes in the oven, we're going to flip them and do the other side and brush the other side in oil. So I'm gonna toss these in the oven for about 20 minutes and then we're gonna flip them. So stay tuned. Do you need another beer? Oh wait, I don't even know if I need another beer.
I don't know. You're jumping the gun, Calvin.
God damn, I have like a full beer over here.
You're getting ahead of yourself, man.
God. And I forgot to set the timer. So we're gonna call it about 15 minutes before we flip it. Why, hello there, children. Why, hello there, children. Oh man, that's piping hot. Oh, she's crackling. All right, and this is what they're looking like after about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna flip them over real quick. Do you see how this rack kind of works out a little bit better than putting it directly on the pan? You are more than welcome to put it directly on the pan. That's what I started out doing, but this is so much easier to kind of flip and drain, and it just makes the process a little bit more efficient. So now that we've flipped them, I'm just gonna put another layer, just a quick little brush of canola oil on the other side. So I'm just gonna toss them back in the oven for about 20 more minutes. Be sure not to let them roll away on you. This has reduced quite a bit, our chicken broth here. We're gonna taste it in a little bit. All right, so we drained the broth. We didn't get as much broth as I thought we would. About a half a cup of broth. So we're gonna let it cool and then we're gonna taste it for flavor, maybe add a little salt later. People at home, finish a beer! We've drank a lot of beer so far. How about another High Life, sailor? Let's try the broth. That's actually pretty good. That worked out, dude. I think we should start doing that. Here, you should try some.
That tastes like what chicken broth tastes like.
That's kind of cool. I'm glad that worked out. Oh, I didn't see that. So we're gonna put this chicken broth in the fridge, and we're gonna start making our buffalo sauce. We're gonna use the same bowl that we used for that oil. We're just gonna put a little butter and a little Frank's Red Hot sauce. Frank's Red Hot sauce. And that's kind of a good chicken wing base. If you want to stick to more traditional. We made a lemon pepper sauce the other day. Turned out really well. Get creative with it, teriyaki. But this is a real kind of base sauce if you want to introduce any other hot sauces. A little chunk of butter. We're just gonna microwave it for a little bit. But our shit hot, fuck. Pretty hot. Wow! Hello, Vietnam! It wasn't that hot, but I grabbed it from the bottom. Just gonna toss a little Frank's Red Hot, just as our base sauce here. A couple little sprigs. There you go. All right, we got a minute left on our wings. We're all prepped and ready to go. Here's where the fun begins. I've got a bunch of different hot sauces that we can use to make our chicken wings tasty. We've got Louisiana, classic Tabasco, El Yucateco, always a great choice. You already saw this in my nacho video. Really nice smoky taste. But the one I most respect is the Reaper. It's a Carolina Reaper sauce by the guy who made the hottest pepper, Ed Curie. Follow him on YouTube. This is an all-natural sauce. It's all Reaper. It's such an amazing flavor. It is wickedly hot. It is crazy hot. Crazy hot. But we're gonna use a little bit of it today. This sauce brings back some flashbacks. I had a little bit of it and I was like, ooh, wow, that's hot. And then I had a whole tablespoon of it and I was like, holy shit. And I like hot food. I love hot food. But this is just so insanely hot. I encourage you to have a little bit of it. It's worth it. They make like extra strength Reaper sauce, but just go classic Reaper. Oh, fuck. And I'm getting low on my bottle. I can't believe that. Wow, that is incredible hot sauce right there. So we're gonna put a little bit of it on our chicken wings. Our timer went off, and we're gonna pull the chicken wings out of the oven. Let's see how they're looking. Oh wow, that looks great. Look at that. We're gonna toss these chicken wings in this big old metal bowl. You just use your little tongs, they're hot. And you see when you put them in the metal bowl, they have a hard sound. If you don't hear any sort of, then they're not cooked enough. All hail the mighty chicken gods. So here are our chicken wings. And we'll give them a twirl. Oh, ain't that nice. Ain't that pretty. And this is where this bowl comes in handy. Just give them a little toss. Make sure they're covered and coated on all sides. I don't like an overly sauced wing, but I don't like an underly sauced wing either. And if you sauce them too much, you ruin that little crispy chicken taste. So you don't want to over sauce them either. That looks pretty good. So our chicken wings are all done. Nice and tossed in their sauce. I don't like to do a lot of dishes, so I just eat them directly out of the bowl. Level up your hot sauces depending on how hot you want to make them. But we're just gonna skip to the final step and put a little bit of Reaper on these hot wings. With the Reaper sauce, I only put 1 drop per wing, and that's not that much. Just barely, just barely. You don't need that much. Don't be Mr. Macho. The Reaper will put you down in your place. And then you mix your wings around. A little bit of Reaper on it, burn your eyebrows off, make you forget who you are, tell you to start a band and move to Kentucky. Enjoy. I'm gonna use a drumstick. Awesome. The Reaper has great taste, but it's a slow burn. And it builds, and it builds, and it builds until you are within it. You are one with the Reaper, and then you achieve enlightenment. I think that hot sauce might be a way to see God in a weird way. Oh, really good. Really good. You gotta try it. That's pretty hot. Ooh. Oh, she'll let you know she's there.
I had a paper cut on my finger. It really hurts. Whee! It's not like too hot though. I mean, you did a tablespoon and you warned me, so I only did like a teaspoon. Oh man, that's like transcending dimensions. That's the only time I've ever had something that's so hot. I just need to sit down. That'll ruin your day.
Alright, I hope you like the video. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm gonna go reevaluate my life choices. I'll see you later.